It's me sitting on a park bench outside Walmart today, still stuck in Pennsylvania right now because I'm waiting on some mail to come from Canada. So I had to kind of stick near the post office so it shows up. And some, financial paperwork kind of mail that you need to continue on your journey. And man, we've been waiting here for a few weeks now, a couple of weeks, just waiting for mail to show up. I don't know what's taking so long, but anyway, on the topic of finances, it's good to think about something that my son pointed out. My son's right here, by the way. I'm sitting on the park bench right here. And there's a news report by Fox, and this is Fox 13 news channel. So I guess, as far as news channels go, I guess that's pretty reputable, right? And we noticed it today. It said that the Social Security, is that what it was? Yeah, Social Security for the U.S. They say by 2032 in that report, it could be possibly only up to 78% available for your usage. So, I did just like a quick calculation. So I heard some guys say on the low end, like some guys are just going to get like a really low end of only about maybe $1,300 on their Social Security. That's what I heard some people say. And I was thinking, what's 78% of that? And it's not too far off, just 1,000. So are you going to be able to survive on just $1,000 per month if it gets to that in 2032? And that's, again, it's a news report from Fox News. So I guess it has some reputability in it. And then, I was thinking about, our channel touches a lot on the Philippines. So some guys do show up over in the Philippines with only like a really low income of about $1,300 US, and they can do okay. Probably not fantastic, but you can do okay for lunch money and all that kind of stuff. But now, if in 2032 that happens and is reduced by 70, or you're only going to get, not reduced by, let me say it right, it's going to be only 78% of the amount, which could be around $1,000 or so. If you're getting 1,300 usually, then can you survive and still come in 2032 if that's your plan? At roughly that time, can you still survive on $1,000 US? And that's something to think about. How far can you get on your USA pension in the Philippines in 2032 if you can only have 78% of the original amount that you would have got? Well, I guess I can just give you my opinion. You hear a lot of videos and watch a lot of videos and say, oh, yes, you can. No, you can't. When we talk about these kinds of amounts. But I don't think things change a lot in the Philippines concerning these money amounts. It really adapts to your spending. So more so than looking at the dollar amount, you need to more so look at how you are planning to live, and then judge accordingly. Because whether it's the 1,300 on the low end and then it gets cut to about 1,000 on the low end, well, you ask yourself, how are you going to live? Because it's not so much the money as it is so much your living. Again, I'm just kind of repeating it because driving home the point, that's really, from my experience, the truth. Because, if you're going to live in one of the bigger areas, bigger cities, maybe Manila or Cebu, and you got your condo fees, the higher end condo fees, maybe 35,000 pesos per month, something like that. And then, you're eating out at the restaurants and going to the shopping malls and the high dollar supermarkets, that kind of thing. You probably, it might be kind of rough. I don't know. Maybe leave in the comments if you're doing that kind of stuff and still surviving it okay. But if you're kind of like our situation and your Filipina has a home in the province, so basically there's no real cost in that once you get your home. And it can be pretty simple because, you don't have to be going all out with just a home. You can make it just a pretty simple home. So do that, and then you don't have to worry about your kind of like a mortgage type thing because you got a simple homemade. There's no real cost there. Then it's just your eating habits. And, can you survive basically with your eating habits and probably a little travel expense if you're going around? Can you still do it on about $1,000 US? Well, again, my opinion I can only speak from my opinion, but from my opinion is yes, because we've done it and we've been doing it, And again, you get the argument that I see pop up a lot, but it's not an enjoyable life. Well, what is an enjoyable life? An enjoyable life is really what you make it. And number one should be God in your life, because whether you got a lot of money or little, and at this present moment, like we're traveling in Pennsylvania, USA right now, and it's kind of financially tough right now, but we do have God in our life. So even though it is financially tough, I still have God in my heart, and each day I still just look to God and have God. So number one, that should be, if you're headed to the Philippines or wherever, have the peace of God ruling and reigning in your life. So that should be there. And number two, if you're in the province with a home that's basically paid for, because it's just a simple home, it doesn't cost that much really, just a simple home, then your treats, going out to treat yourself, can be pretty simple and yet enjoyable. So and again, I can hear the comments people saying that's not enjoyable, because I mentioned on other videos about for example, myself and Mahal went to 7-Eleven a couple of times and just enjoyed each other's company, sat at a little picnic table and everything, and the 7-Eleven enjoyed an ice cream or a little meal or something, and we enjoyed it. But a lot of other guys criticizing me, yeah, it's not enjoyable, and your Filipino deserves better, and all that. So it's really how you make it and what you do to make it enjoyable. So certainly it can be enjoyable. It's a lot to do with your mindset. It really is a lot to do with your mindset. Can you enjoy life in a simple way, or do you have to have the bells and whistles to enjoy life? I personally can enjoy living life in a simpler way. I really can. A lot of people, from what I see in the comments, can't, and they kind of condemn me. I've seen lots of those. I even deleting a lot more lately. I'm just getting tired of the negativity really in the comments, and it's our channel. I can delete you if I want to. So, if you're not going to be positive or have something constructive to say, one person said that he was being constructive or sending some constructive criticism, and it was nothing but criticism, no construction, no constructiveness at all. So I said, I don't need him. Bleep, he's gone. Anyhow, my mind goes like squirrel all the time. But again, I was talking about the mindset. So, I just got spurred on by this financial thing of the Social Security. Sorry for the loud motorcycle there. But yeah, Social Security, they say by 2032 being reduced big time, just got me thinking, can you still survive it? Again, have the right mindset, and I think you can. Like, you set yourself up with the right mindset of going to the right place, probably, the province, like we're in the province of life in Mindanao, and you have yourself a nice wife, you meet someone really nice and God-fearing, especially, live in the province and just enjoy the simpler things in life, especially each other's company, and then maybe once in a while do a few little bigger things today, a little bigger, put those words together, a few little bigger things together every now and again, makes it life like a little cherry on top every once in a while kind of thing. But yeah, sure, you can enjoy life with even with the sad news that they predict ahead. Don't despair. Just, plan ahead how you would like to do it, and keep things simple. I think if you keep things simple and keep God at the beginning and at the middle and at the end of your life and all through your life, a steady factor, and just love each other, I think you can do it. And I understand finances are finances, but with the simple way of living, simple way of loving, you can bring your finances to a very measurable, simple way of living to maintain it so it's still enjoyable. Because whether you're going to be there in the Philippines with your lower income, or you're going to be here in the US like where we are now with your lower income, I think you'll fare better in the Philippines even with your lower income. Again, just plan it wisely. Anyway, some thoughts to think about. What do you think about? Maybe you don't even agree that news from Fox in 2032 it's going to be a thing. I don't know. Or maybe you do think it's going to be a thing and you got some better answers. So put it in the comments and be nice. Why not? A YouTube channel is kind of like an extension of your home. If you go into someone's home, you don't go in your home and start criticizing everybody for everything in their home, right? You kind of be nice and polite. YouTube's kind of an extension, of the person who's recording and stuff. A little bit of an extension of their home, their life, that sort of thing. So why not just be courteous? Why to get in there and just start condemning and criticizing? Why not just be nice and courteous? That's my suggestion. Anyway, guys, hope you do comment below and check out our other videos. And if you could just watch one of our videos from beginning to end, that would really help the YouTube algorithm. I really appreciate that. God bless you. Thanks for watching.